Do not forget that you choose what you resonate with. So anytime you come across a video on this app, keep that in mind. You can choose to accept what the people are telling you or just let it go. This is called the law of assumption. When we assume something is true and correct, it becomes true in our reality.
In Buddhist teachings, there's one thing that is the absolute truth. And that truth is the impermanence of everything. So no matter where you are right here, right now, it is destined to change. When you sit with this, it becomes really daunting and it can be even scary, right? But again, it's all about your mindset and knowing that, hey, are you going to let this fear of, wow, everything is changing, scare you into doing nothing? Or will this truth of impermanence make you realize that, wow, everything is so fleeting. And all we have is this very present moment. So really enjoy it, acknowledge it, and appreciate it because nothing stays the same. So I hope that brings you comfort instead of fear.
In the light of impermanence, we see that everything is made of everything else, like a flower. A flower, if you look deeply into a flower, you see that a flower is made only of non-flower elements. The sunshine, the rain, the earth, the gardener, our own consciousness, and so on. If we return all these elements to their source, there will be no flower. So we can say that a flower is full of everything in the cosmos. But it does not have what we call a separate self.
You are the universe. You're not a part of the universe, you're not separate from the universe, you're it. And if you've heard this before and have never really been able to understand it, I think this analogy might help. So imagine for a second that the ocean is the universe, and every human or plant or animal or tree or anything we would typically label as part of the universe is a drop in the ocean. Now, if every drop was removed from the ocean, there would be no ocean. So every drop is the ocean, and the ocean is the drops. And say for a second you molded a cup into the shape of a human or a tree and filled it with ocean water. It would still be the ocean, just in the shape of a human or a tree. So just like that cup is the ocean in the shape of a human, you are the universe in the shape of a human. And similar to the way that that cup may feel like it's just the cup, even though we know it's the ocean, you may feel like you're just this human, but you're the awareness of the universe. And even beyond that,
First things first, all praise be to the Most High. The Most High, the highest extent of my own mind, which created the entire universe and created all realities which exist. Created every single possibility and anything and everything what both exists and what both doesn't exist at the same time. The thing that I can't conceive of. The thing that has no form. The thing that is formless. I understand myself that I am a part of this because the Most High is the highest extent of my own self, because everything within this universe is myself. I am a part of everything. The tree is me and I am the tree. I am each and every single atom because everything in this universe and everything not only within this universe but within this reality and all realities contains the one consciousness. Contains the consciousness which simply observes every moment and everything all at once. The thing is that a lot of people have their own viewpoints and whatnot, but that's the error in plain sight, is essentially having your own viewpoint. And what I mean by that is this. We exist with everything. We have the ability to influence everything because we are form within form. Everything is form. This phone is form. I am a form. This car that I'm in is a form. Everything is literally a form within this thing that we call this universe. We exist within more form, which is air, space, everything else. And the thing is that the way that our minds work, when we think hard enough about something or we believe enough about something, We can find every excuse to understand or to think that something is right. We cling on to, a lot of the times, the words of others and the doctrines of others and the teachings of others as well. When in reality, we know that everything emanates from some place that is not some place, it is here. Because the only thing that exists is the current moment. Nothing else exists besides the current moment. And the current moment is just the current moment, with many successful moments coming after. All of the same thing, immeasurable.
The funny game of consciousness is that everybody thinks they're right. That's the design. Because why would you believe something wrong? So what we believe is the truth. And it's the truth for everybody. What I'm saying right now is my truth. What you think about what I'm saying is your truth. There's no right or wrong, but there are better ways. The consciousness is always like, I already know that. There's no way that could be. I know what I'm talking about. And I know because I'm doing that right now. You can't not be doing that. Who in their right mind would believe in something that they know is not true? The insane people. Everybody. I'm having the most fun realizing this game. I'm realizing that you cannot talk to somebody unless you come down to their level. You have to touch their level of consciousness for them to hear you, and then you rope them in to understand what you're saying. There's no way around it. It's it's a hilarious game. I love it. I am loving it more and more every day. I'm wondering how many of you think that this is all insanity.
Spirituality is not about upholding yourself to some moral standard or following a rule book of how to act. Spirituality is understanding that these rule books and systems were designed by people to get you in fear so that you didn't realize that they were all mind-made concepts and systems and they don't have any actual reality to them at all. But Vic, you're saying morality isn't actually real? Yes, that's exactly what I'm saying, and I know that is scary to your mind, but what if there is something beyond a good or bad framework? What if there is something deeper, more truthful, that is an ordering principle of life that is inherently good, and that is something we could all follow, not because we have to or we're going to hell if we don't, but because it's just the natural way to go.